My name is Lillian Khallouf and I'm a fashion designer. I'm Australian born, but my background is Syrian. Oh, wow. So what made me want to become a fashion designer? So I come from a family of designers pretty much. My dad's a tailor. My mother had studied fashion design and she also ran my father's clothing manufacturing business. So I pretty much was born into it. Spent a lot of my childhood playing around in the factory, picking up fabrics, draping my Barbies. And then eventually I started to draw, which was obviously something that I started doing before reading and writing. And mum and dad realized that I had a bit of a talent in drawing. So dad pushed me to draw. And then he'd see me, I'd be watching Madonna on TV when I was in Syria. I didn't speak English, but I had Madonna on TV. Mum would be listening to her music, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. And I would just imagine myself, it's actually freaky to think that a 7-year-old would actually have that thought. But I would be like, if I was designing her a dress, what would I put on her? And then I'd literally grab a notepad and a pencil and I'd just sketch away and I'd literally draw the shoes, the handbag, I'd color in the lipstick. And then slowly, dad really pushed me to do it. And he would literally mark me out of 10. And if I got as I got older, if it was 5 out of 10, I'd get $5. 9 out of 10, I'd get $9. And he'd just critique all the details. So whether it was, the lapel or the pocket or the position of the sleeve or the waistline. And, it just became part of my life. So for as long as I could remember, I would introduce myself as a fashion designer.
Nice.
There was no doubt this was what I was going to do. And then it just reached that point, coming back from overseas. I did struggle a little bit academically at school. So to kind of make up for that, I knew that the creative side was obviously my passion. And I got into fashion design and we're here today. Well, the best career advice I've ever received was to stick true to myself. To follow my heart, work from the heart, but also stay true to my core values, which is something that's kind of made me the person I am today, and it's kind of set me aside from a lot of people that are in my position. It's probably slowed down the process for me, but I'm so proud of it, and I feel like that's what makes me who I am. And if it's something that's being received well, which it is by my market, then I feel like I've done it. And that would definitely be the best advice I ever got. So growing up Syrian in Australia has been quite interesting because a lot of people at the time didn't know where Syria was. So I'd always say it's the country around Little Lebanon, and now unfortunately for unfortunate circumstances, the whole world knows Syria. So, you get your odd questions every now and then when I'm at networking events and particular places where people are like, oh, you're from Syria. So look, it's something that I cherish, and I love the fact that I had the opportunity to go back to Syria, although I was born here, and study there and learn the language and, absorb that culture. And to be honest with you, for a very, very long time, even wearing my hair curly was kind of a fear because I didn't want to be singled out as the Arab girl. But now it's something I wear with pride, but it did take me about 30 years to get there, but we're here now. And, it's wonderful. It's wonderful that that I do have a history and I do have a culture that I can refer back to. And my go-to gift when I've forgotten a birthday or a special event, I think I usually like to gift something that's got to do with self-care. So usually I feel like not many people nowadays have time to look after themselves. So you generally give a voucher for a massage or beauty therapy. I think that's quite cool.
Nice.
Oh, goodness gracious. The last thing I watched on Netflix, you're going to laugh at me. It was Gossip Girl. I'm only a whole generation too late. But
I love that.
I feel like for me to build my career as an influencer would be to inspire young girls who've wanting to follow my footsteps into what I've done. So it's I've never really been able to grow up following another fashion designer and mimicking their life or seeing what goes on behind the scenes and having that insight to that world. So I feel like I would love to be able to share that with my community and give these people, from whoever they may be, whether they're clients or friends or aspiring designers, an insight or an opportunity to see behind the scenes and see what actually happens, behind it all.
Yeah.
Self-care is really important. So for a very, very long time, I've had set routines that I follow. I'm a big believer in the AM. So I'm always up really early at 5 a.m. and I feel like that energizes me. So that's time that I spend with myself. It could be going for a walk, meditating. I do most of my yoga is done during the day, in the morning. So yeah, I spend about 4 hours before I see anyone in the morning, just kind of being within myself.
Yeah.
That really helps me look after myself.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, my hidden talent. Wow. Oh goodness, that's a really difficult one.
Okay,
I actually don't know.
That's okay.
I think I'm a great dancer.
Do you want to show us some moves? No.
You don't want to see.
What's the emoji you use the most?
Hearts. I heart everything.
We're done. Great.